Hey, what's up, everybody? This is like a little reaction video. We just got done watching Mr. McMahon episode one. Well, you know it's going to be one season anyway, so I don't know why they always do just put limited series or something like that. But anyway, so they were just mainly just talk about the beginning and the rise of Vince McMahon and the WWF at the time. You know, of course, places have a lot of backstage politics, and back then they had their whole bunch of territories, which is still is a big problem. Well, especially here in Wisconsin now with these like territories, like I run here and I run here and stuff like that.
You can't host the show here.
Right. It's you know
Ridiculous.
as it's proven with with the WWE and all the stuff in the past that it can't work. But it's just like I said, like these promoters here in Wisconsin, but like it's different everywhere else. I know like Illinois, they get along. Like Minnesota, the same thing. Michigan, same thing. They get along and stuff like that. And like Indiana, and just a whole bunch of places. But it's just here, just some of these promoters. It's just like, why?
Vince McMahon complexes because they've worked with Vince.
Some of them, yeah. It's just really like stupid. But anyway, so my thought of this first episode, of course, there were some things that I didn't know. Like I guess they put it towards the end of the first episode that all these lawsuits and stuff, and you got like some people like saying wrestling is fake, and you still have that today that people saying like wrestling is fake, but as the dog flies around. The thing is, it's like it's predetermined. Like the moves that they put on you can really hurt, especially if you watch like the wrestling they put in high school and like college level. Like they put a move on you, it hurts. So I called things like WWE and TNA and stuff like that. I call it freestyle wrestling, but people call it as Vince like turned it into, and what they was talking about in this episode, like is entertainment. So it's like all about entertainment, which is good to certain points. But and plus like his dad was like stuck to like the old ways that he don't like a lot of entertainment and stuff like that, which his dad do have a point. And I think that style that his dad was having, like less entertainment. I think that's what a lot of people want to see today is that type of wrestling, which ain't nothing wrong with that. Like you got other places that other companies that does that, but it's like the problem is like you got your straight up WWE fans, that's got to be the place to be. Then you got AEW, straight up AEW fans are saying that's the place to be and all that stuff. So it's like as you learn today, like you can't cater to everybody. Which at the time, WWF did cater to almost everybody. You had these celebrities and the build up WrestleMania one and like trying to show some of these people like, okay, there's nothing fake about this. Like let me tell you an example. Like I had this friend. We used to work at the Bradley Center, and the thing was like, this is fake. I'm like, okay, let me hit you with a chair, or let me suplex you, or let me clothesline you, and you can see how that actually feel. And you know, people will say what they don't understand. Just put it that way. It's just like what say with things of the unknown. Like people will say things that they don't understand. So, anyways, what's your? Well, you here? What's your gives and takes for episode 1?
I think it was a good start because there's a lot of, he was saying about Gorilla Monsoon was supposed to have bought out WWE.
Right.
And he didn't, and he was angry at him for that. And the deal that Vince made with his father was that he had to make 4 payments, and if he missed one, the company went straight back to senior, and Vince McMahon Jr. had no comeback or anything, and he lost all the money that was spent. But as you said, like when you've got these people who were saying, oh, wrestling's fake, and everything, and you still get it now, let's be perfectly honest, it's something that's not going to change because people don't understand the difference between scripted and fake. Fake would be it being AI made. You know what I mean?
Or they'll do like a fake punch that just missed and stuff
which
like
they
that.
have done. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah.
They do
right,
that
you're right,
at
you're
times.
Right,
but you know what I'm saying when it comes to when people say, well, they're not real athletes. Well, you know what? Go run those ropes. Yeah, and come back and say that. So, and I remember hearing about that one wrestler slapping that reporter.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that it was what's his face from Law and Order.
Oh no, he did. Hulk Hogan did the.
I was about to say that.
Oh,
You
sorry.
didn't let me finish.
Sorry.
I didn't realize it was him who got put in like the chin lock and
Yeah.
everything and smashed his head open. So there's a lot that would get dealt with and the such like. For an opening episode, it was actually pretty decent. The only thing is, you sit here because we know of the allegations against him and all that. Like, you sit here looking like you nasty bastard. So yeah,
Which they probably will get into later, like
Yeah.
other episodes.
makes me wonder if it was supposed to have been like a 5-episode thing,
Yeah.
but they made the 6th one because of the allegations and stuff. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah, and plus, like during the first episode, they were saying like, okay, all this was filmed before the allegations
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So maybe it supposed to have been like they probably add the extra two just to
Right.
talk about the allegations and how it is today and stuff like that. So
We'll see where it goes.
exactly, they was like doing some things, like his Vince's dad didn't like what he was doing with the business and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And everybody's saying there's two sides of every story and
And
stuff like that.
the fact is, and I'd heard the story before about Senior saying that he was going to fire Hulk Hogan if he did Rocky.
Yeah.
But, they didn't realize that that's what helped make WWE what it was. I'm not a fan of Hulk Hogan after the stuff that's come out about him as well.
Right.
But, when they say about him getting fired if he done it and everything, it's like, no, that helped you.
Mm-hmm.
That helped your business. That helped you.
Yeah, because I didn't know after he was let go, then he did the movie, then went to AWA before Vince, Kennedy
Right.
McMahon ended up hiring him back. And
I like also that it mentioned, how what worked 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago wouldn't work today. And that's true because there was so much in regards to, what was going on. The Cold War was going on. So the Iron Sheik and Romanov and all this lot going against Hulk Hogan, made sense because that was the place where you could scream and shout with the East versus West whole thing. Now people would be a bit more. Can you imagine that happening today? It would go down.
if they would have done something with the Ukraine and all that stuff,
it would go down well at all.
yeah, people would have been,
Yeah,
hurting
so-
their feelings.
It was a different time and everything, and it was a big thing. The Iron Curtain was a big thing that separated the East from the West, the Berlin Wall and all that lot. And then the war with different Middle Eastern countries and stuff. I can understand it, and it was right for the time.
Right. So that's mainly, our thoughts about, episode one. We're going to talk about the review, like episode two. Cause
At
we
the end
going
of episode 2.
right, because we're gonna watch all 6 episodes today. So just stay tuned. Please, if you like content like this, please like and subscribe. And thanks to our sponsor, the Toy Dimension. More information about that, and also the event that we're sponsoring is the Wave of Light, which would be, not that far from now. All information is on the website wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com, or if you want to add your you know a donation or anything like that, there's a QR code on there, and go ahead and just send whatever you can just to help out. So thank you guys for watching. Until the next video, you have a good one.